Hello everyone. Sorry for yesterday. Actually, I was pretty nervous of the because it's my first video. Today, yeah, we are going to discuss the issue of U.S. debt ceiling. As you have heard that the U.S. debt ceiling crisis is going on, and I'm going to tell you what it is and what has happened in the history and what is happening right now. So we are going to cover all that. So first, we all need to know that what is this debt ceiling issue and what is the history of this issue. So U.S. debt ceiling is an legislative limit that they have put on themselves. So it is like a limit that the president or the financial system has put on itself so that they don't spend they don't overspend. They spend according to the limit. So in the past it has been raised 78 times since 1960. So the current limit is 31.4 trillion US dollars. So this is a thing that the the financial system is divided into two things. First is the president. And the president, okay, let show you. Okay, so these are the powers of the president that it can propose legislation, but the Congress, that is the main body, is can amend and block those legislations. Okay, so the president doesn't have any powers actually. If you look at that, president can propose legislation, but the Congress, if by vote, they can reject it or they can amend according to it. They can president also submit the budget. If the Congress can also amend that budget. If Congress, the president veto something, they can also Congress also can override that veto. So Congress has a lot of powers that they have given that power to the Congress. And the Congress, and if the vote is going on in the on the on this issue in the Congress, and we will talk about it later. So let's talk about the history. So the both the Republicans and Democrats have different opinions over what is going to happen with the debt ceiling. So Republicans think that the debt ceiling is it's a useless thing because government must have the ability to borrow as much as money it should, and it should be abolished. So the thing with debt ceiling is that, like in every country, in India, what happens is that, like if money comes, okay, like taxpayers give money and the government spends that money, and whatever is the deficit, government borrows. But in USA, what happens that they have put the limit on themselves that if the taxpayer money is less, then they will borrow, but not that much. Okay, they will borrow minimum amount this, and it has been rising since then. 31.4 trillion dollar it is now, so it has risen like a lot. And Democrats think that the debt ceiling is very important because it is necessary because the government like if the debt ceiling is not there, it gives governments so much power that it can take as much money as possible, which is bad for the country. With like debt ceiling has been risen throughout history. Like most of the histories has been risen without any problem. But recent in the recent years, there has been a lot of issues between both the parties. That is the reason the Republicans, the recent issue, why Republicans are not allowing to rise the debts to approve the approved to rise the debt ceiling, is that they think that the Democrats should decrease their spending. They, like the main McCarthy, the chief, I think, oh yeah, chief of Republican, he said that the Democrats should decrease their spending. Then only, because they are not going to rise the debt ceiling. So you can see here the under the various administrations, it is the Carter and Reagan Bush administration, how much the debt ceiling has risen. And look at the in the Obama administration, it has risen like a lot, from I think 12 to like I think 17 or 16 trillion dollars. So it is very much. And you can also see here, this is also a graph of your debt ceiling. You can see from 2006, which is $8.18 trillion dollars. Now it is $31.4 trillion dollars. So it is a huge rise uh, the past years. So, and yeah, fight over debt ceiling could sink the economy, because if the debt ceiling is not risen, it would have catastrophic consequences all over the world, because most of the people, most of the countries, they invest, they give US some money because they know US is a stable country, they will get the returns. That is why US dollar is so strong, because they know US is a stable country and they will get their money back. That's why so many countries invest in US or give purchase bonds of USA. This is the only reason. And yeah, this is also a graph where you can see, like, during the Great Depression, it has risen, and tax cut, major reforms had been there, and you can see how it has risen. And like this time, look at this area, and then this, it has risen like a lot. So yeah, so so this is the issue. The US always pays its debts. That's why the people who are in favor of rising the debt ceiling, they are saying that the US always pays its debts. There is no reason to believe that it will differ now. Yeah, US is a stable country and it will always pay its debt. And if the debt ceiling is not risen, it would have devastating effects on both the US and the global economy. So the ones who are arguing they're responsible for continuing drawing financial. So the ones who are against the to rise the debt ceiling is because they saying that the government should find another ways. They should like borrow less, or they should reduce their spending. This is the two things that the Republicans are saying, that you should reduce your spending. So it is like a bailout, that the government, every time the government fails, they will just borrow more money. That's it. This is the whole point. That every time the government needs more money, it just borrows more. So it is just an infinite loop. Whenever the government, because there is not enough money, every time there is going to be like money is needed in USA because of projects or anything. Student debt is also a major problem in USA. So this is the problem. They every time they're gonna need money, they're gonna borrow more. So it is going to create an infinite loop. But however, on 31st March, the US House of Representatives, like yesterday, they passed a bill to raise the debt ceiling with a majority from both the Democrats and Republicans. So the vote is 33-14, 114 to 117. Both the Republicans and Democrats support this. Like I think Republicans also support this bill. So you can see during the World War II also it has risen 103%, which is a lot. So you can see that the most of the things like COVID-19 pandemic is like equivalent to World War II. So it has like the same impact as World War II. And this is during the financial crisis. This is also World War II, starting of World War II, and these are also some points. So thank you. This is where I leave you, and I will continue making these videos wherever, whenever, I don't know. But if you guys like it, then you can like my channel, subscribe, and if you want anything that I should add in the next video, or anything you don't like, you can tell me, and I will add it. I will try my best to add it in the next. Thank you guys.